about the persecution of Christians. And so it's an untold story. We know the government has persecuted Christians. We know that the Coptic Christians were persecuted.
Yes.
And we're aware of others, but we knew that there were strong Christian brothers there, but we didn't know who they were. And I certainly haven't been able to meet them.
Yeah.
And,
you can search on the YouTube, you'll find a bunch of videos.
And internet's wonderful, but it's not the same as meeting flesh and blood.
Yeah, you're right.
Because putting a face to all of you here makes a big difference to us when we have to answer a question or to give our support. And from a Christian perspective, of course, I'm a brother.
Yes, of course.
And so when someone hurts you, they hurt me.
Definitely.
And it doesn't matter whether I'm a politician or not a politician. And so I know that Parliament's not sitting, and my colleagues are not sitting for another couple of weeks. And it's fortuitous, no, providential, I'll say, that I just happened to come and find that you were here, and I just wanted to come encourage you and let you know that there are more than just people like me who are concerned about what's happening in Egypt. And we know that politically the real story is not being told. So
totally correct.
You may be a small voice, but you are being heard. And it's a real encouragement to us. And I wanted to come encourage you too. That it seems to me that God has his people everywhere. In the most unusual places.
As a matter of fact, what happened in Egypt is actually an answer for prayer.
Is that right?
They all prayed together. They all Christians. They got
Is that right? So the persecution brought unity.
That's correct.
Oh, yes.
All the churches they united together and they have all-night prayers and they ask God because Islam, brothers, this is terrorism, evil thing.
That's it. Well, I think that and I'm really aware that the Islamic question is one that no one wants to deal with, and it's a very real issue. But I know that I just wanted to encourage you. I just wanted to let you know that there are people who are concerned, and I didn't know who you were. And but now that I see your faces, and of course now mine, you're going to see my face. But I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of my belief system. But I do know that we often feel powerless. But there's nothing like persecution to bring your faith together in what you believe. And I'm sure that you've got friends and family and relatives.
You would imagine that people are hiding under bars, they are protecting themselves, and then they have attacks like burning churches, killing people, attacking shops.
We've heard it, but the world has been silent. We are, and I think that if you don't forget that, but you know what? I know that the Word of God doesn't talk about vengeance, but it does talk about justice. And we can't let him do it. He says that he will avenge.
He did it.
So this is what happened in the last couple of weeks was miraculous, especially after just 1 year. So we got to believe that a good man will come in that will promote justice and allow freedom of religion, freedom of peace. And
he all what he promised the next day. He broke every promise he gave to the people.
And even the people saw it.
And the people say that's not what he...
Well, we did read that the people were supporting you as well.
Oh, yes.
So that was encouraging because we don't know what's true and what's not.
The point is that the world understands that it's a military coup.
That's correct.
But that is not, it's far from it.
It's far from being military coup.
The military
it's a revolution, people's revolution.
To have the
Very
rights.
good.
To get the rights. So the military protecting them because these Muslims would have killed everyone come against them.
Even Muslims of their own
religion,
okay, but they do disagree with their visions and their
well, those of
beliefs.
us who have a strong faith, we know that Israel has a strong place in our hearts, but Egypt is right there.
Thank you.
Right there, it's right there, ever since Joseph.
By the way, they do not plan to have a peace with Israel.
No, we know
the Muslim Brotherhood's of course.
Sooner or later they have it in their own religion that they will take over this land.
Right in the middle of their country, there's a group of Christians holding up the faith. So it's a wonderful thing. Anyway, I wanted to encourage you, and I didn't want to stop you singing, but I wanted to make myself known
we like to say something quickly. Like there is moderate Muslim, we don't have any problem with this. The problem with the radicals of the Muslim Brotherhood, where they are aggressive or they have to force you to to follow them or will be against you, against them. This is the issue.
Well,
The radicals.
where's the military in this?
Military is
Military was the right
Supporting the people.
supporting people.
Well, that's really important.
The image right now in Egypt is Muslim Brotherhood on one side,
Yes.
and moderate Muslims, Christians, and any other,
Everyone else on the other
and on the other side. The military just stand beside the Egyptians, who is
The majority.
Christian, who is Muslim.
The common ground.
Yeah. Against this terrorist group.
Very good.
This is the first time to find 30 million people in the streets.
33 million.
33
All in
million.
agreement. All in agreement.
All in agreement.
Unbelievable.
You know, he
And
managed to
just-
unify us against him.
You see,
Just like that.
this is the point is that they say these Muslims, they say Muslim brothers, they say this is Christians doing that, but the number of Christians is
Not 33 million.
No,
it's 33 million. So it's the big base of the moderate people don't want it.
Well, look, let me leave you with this statement because it's very appropriate for you. But let me encourage you with this: that only those that can see the invisible will accomplish the impossible.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
your people are seeing just
That's
that.
awesome.
They have to believe in what they can't see for the impossible to be done. And I shall look on now and listen whenever it comes. With all the news going on, it just goes past your ears. But now that I've got a face I can put to it, when I hear something, I will remember you.
Thank you very
What
much.
party are you?
Yes.
I'm with the government.
You have an election coming or something?
No,
that we could
I'm a
elect
state
you?
member.